Hey, hey, Soul Tribe. Mel, Intuitive Soul Coach here. Excited to bring in another Soul Saturday session. Today, I want to share with you channeled messages that have come through for each astrological sign during meditation. And the message I received was listen to your sun and moon sign. So you can listen to any sign that you would like, but the sun and the moon are really standing out strong here. So I will link in the timestamps in the description box below. So feel free to skip ahead if you would like. I will share with you the channeled messages that have come through, as well as some live messages that may also be piggybacking off of the original ones. And then I will also pull a chakra card for each sign as well. So let's dive right in here. While I'm sharing the messages with you, I will be shuffling the chakra cards, and I'll share with you what comes through at the end. So let's start with Aries. Aries. Now, I was seeing the turning of a wheel. The turning of a wheel represents a major shift or a cycle completing. It feels, Aries, like you are stepping out of an old cycle, an old paradigm. I am seeing here patterns being broken, or you being able to finally feel like things are moving forward after a period of spinning your wheels in the mud, right? When we feel stuck or we feel like we are not able to move forward, I just feel like that is breaking free. Now, this could show up in your health. Some of you may have felt like chronic issues were spiraling or spinning within your body. This also connects to the chakra system within the body, the spinning vortex. So this could be something you are addressing at this time, health issues. Some of you, this is financially regarding your career. If you felt like you were, again, spinning your tires, not getting anywhere. I see here, especially by Aries season, which is right around the corner, March 20th, I believe, moving into April. So you are going to see some big changes as Aries season approaches. Now, I was also seeing art. It can be paintings, art galleries, inspiration and creativity feel significant. And Vincent van Gogh was highlighted. And I feel like some of you may have a connection either with Vincent van Gogh. Maybe you have some artwork, or perhaps your name is Vincent, but it does feel like there's a strong creative influence around you. And you may also be changing up your home decor or your environment in some way to add more of an artistic splash to your environment. Now, the name Lucy appeared as well. Lucy could be, it could be a name, it could be the name of a location as well, or a street. So Lucy came in quite strong, and it could even be a pet or an animal, but it feels like Luc, even Lucille could be significant. Someone's grandmother, someone in spirit. Could even be a guide that you are working with. So just pay attention to the L, the U, the C. Now, I was seeing a lot of paperwork. This could represent contracts, legal documents. It feels like someone was either finding or organizing paperwork. So this could be professional. It could be something you are doing on your own, compartmentalizing. If you have recently lost or misplaced some sort of paperwork, I feel like it will be found. And it just feels like there's more clarity or organization when it comes to like documentation. It doesn't have to just be physical paperwork, but it could be online or digital organization here as well. Someone could be going through pictures, maybe going through emails and decluttering or deleting, or like saving things to maybe a backup folder, or using a program to help you stay more organized. Now, there's a family member around you, Aries, that may require a bit more care is what I'm getting. So this is a reminder to fill your own cup and to set boundaries. That can be very difficult when we are being summoned to nurture or take care of someone, especially if they have ill health or if this is a child. But I was seeing the cup, the Ace of Cups, or I should say I'm seeing it here now. And this represents you filling your own cup. You can still take on responsibility. You can still nurture, but it's important that you set some boundaries so you are not, pouring from an empty cup. Otherwise, you're going to feel drained or exhausted. Now, there were discussions around money, finances, negotiations. I see clear planning showing up here being favorable. I mean, when is clear planning or organized planning not favorable? But it does feel like if there was or is an entanglement when it comes to finances here, even in the near future, I do see that the scales of justice will bring things back into balance. So the scales are coming through as, again, negotiations, or it just could be you recentering, you finding your balance, or boundaries regarding what feels fair, what feels equal in some way. So taking equal measures, or it could even be like an equal opportunity showing up here. And then lastly, pets. Pets may need a vet checkup, or someone may need to get groomed, or, a pet may need to get groomed, maybe someone as well. Maybe there's some personal hygiene here. But there's an energy of a pet coming into play here regarding, again, a checkup or getting maybe some blood work done or some labs drawn. Okay. There could even be like a spay or neuter, or, just getting a wellness check here, getting something addressed more deeply in the near future. Now, your chakras, Aries, include your base chakra, which is self-sufficiency. This has to do with our sense of, stability, security, our sense of self. By finding material security without being materialistic, I will gain satisfaction, stability, and inner strength. I am resourceful. I put in the effort to be responsible for supplying fundamental needs in my life, such as food, water, shelter, clothing. I take responsibility for where I now find myself in life as I move forwards. I get in touch with and trust my innate wisdom, which tells me I will be provided with all I need. Now, the root chakra is located at the base of our spine. It flows down into our lower back, our hips, our knees, our ankles, our toes, our feet. And so some of you may have had issues with lower extremities, or you may have had knee replacement surgery, or you may have stubbed your toe. Just pay attention to what your lower extremities, your root chakra, also known as base chakra, is telling you at this time. Now you have the throat chakra located in the throat region, of course, and this speaks of willpower and determination. Sometimes this can connect to hormonal shifts and changes as well. It says, I set clear boundaries, which we talked about, for my own behavior, and I cultivate a strong will by being true to myself. I use my willpower to accomplish my daily tasks and spiritual goals, and to encourage uplifting thoughts and behaviors in myself. Doing this will assist me on the next stage of physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual growth. My will is strong and my mind is clear. That is what I have for you, Aries. Base chakra and throat chakra activated at this time, so do pay attention if anything is coming up in those areas. They are coming up in order to be addressed, to be healed, and to be expressed and to fully activate. So thank you so much, Aries. Hello, hello, Taurus. Excited you are here today. So I'm going to share with you some of the channeled messages. And then while I'm sharing, I will be shuffling a chakra card, which I will share at the end. So Taurus, I was seeing children, babies. I was seeing a playful energy around you. Now this could be symbolic for adding a splash of fun and playfulness, joy and laughter, bringing that energy back into your life. There is a sense here of childlike wonder, perhaps even inner child healing. Now, of course, some of you could even have children yourself. You could be a parent or a caregiver, or you may even work with children. And I am getting even the Fool coming through right now. So the Fool is an energy of being open to new beginnings, meeting new people, new experiences, new adventure. Now, because the children is here, sometimes this can represent the pages in tarot. And I am getting a page of swords in reverse. So there could even be someone around you, Taurus, who is acting a bit childish or babyish. Sometimes, we throw those tantrums when we are triggered or we have some childhood wounds that come up. And I see here that you are working through this energy by learning more about it or understanding more about where someone is coming from, or maybe if this is something that's wounded you, you're understanding through awareness, you're recognizing patterns. And I see that you are coming out on the other side feeling more aligned in some way, or coming out feeling more wise. It's like you no longer have to succumb to perhaps someone's insecurities, or if you have suffered from insecurities, which who hasn't, right? But I feel like you're coming out on top in some way. Now, I was seeing here a new outfit, someone dressing up, someone celebrating. It could be a special occasion, Taurus. It could even be a special night out. You could be changing your appearance in some way as well. So some of you could be going in and getting maybe your hair trimmed or cut or colored. For those of you gentlemen, there could be like facial hair. I see someone maybe going to the gym and getting back into feeling good in their bodies. The new outfit could even be you treating yourself if there's been maybe some weight loss, or you could be, treating yourself out to a special night or a special occasion. Now, I was also seeing here for you, Taurus, online connection. So someone could be networking. There may even be virtual opportunities forming. This could even be online dating if that's something you are interested in. But online connections felt strong, favorable, especially in April and May. Now, tidying things up, decluttering, perhaps organizing your space felt very symbolic here, especially as we navigate through retrograde season. Now, these readings are timeless, but if you are watching closer to the time that this is being put out, we're currently in retrograde season. So Mercury is retrograding through Pisces, and I feel like you are creating an environment that feels very warm, very sacred to you. And some of you are really tapping into the ambiance, whether this is within your own home, or because I was seeing like a special occasion or a special night out. This could be going to a nice restaurant where there are candles, maybe there's some jazz music in the background, or this is a sacred energy that you are creating within your own home. And you could even be inviting someone into your living space if that resonates with you. Now, the name Patrick also came up, or Pat, or even St. Patrick's Day could be significant here. I'm also getting here P-A-T could be in someone's name, or even R-I-C-K. So Pat or Rick could be significant for you as well. Now, Taurus, your chakra is the third chakra, also known as the solar plexus, located in the belly region, and it has to do with self-confidence. It says here, I trust myself fully. I will not allow fear or doubt to hold me back from doing what I am here to do. I have confidence, belief, and conviction in my abilities and goals. I welcome questioning by others, as this gives me a chance to clarify my truth, ideas, and philosophies. I trust in a higher power, and I am open to new challenges. Yes, that's what I was picking up on for you, Taurus, where there is this new energy, this new vibe, something fresh like the Fool. So you are strengthening your confidence. And I feel like you are taking a leap of faith here, trying something that you've never done before, or putting yourself out into the world in a way that you never have. This is going to help you build confidence. So again, solar plexus. And if you have suffered from any sort of gut issues, gut imbalances, indigestion, IBS, I see that you are maybe going on a good parasite cleanse, or you could be going on a liver cleanse, maybe taking some milk thistle, some dandelion leaf. I see you are working on strengthening that second brain, right? Our guts, and also paying attention to gut feelings at this time. So that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for tuning in, Taurus. Lots of love. Hello, hello, Gemini. Welcome. I'm going to share with you some of the channeled messages that have come through. I will also be receiving messages as I am sharing with you, and I'll be shuffling here a chakra card, which I will share at the very end. So, Gemini, I was seeing cars and vehicles around you. So this could be repairs, it could be sales, it could be purchase of a vehicle. Some of you may even be traveling. Now, this can connect to the chariot in tarot, where there may be upcoming travel. I mean, some of you could work in the automobile industry. I see that you could be even going on a road trip. There may be a part or a replacement needed on a vehicle, but it feels like it's not going to set you back. You can either do it yourself, or maybe this is something that you are learning. I see that you are excited to move forward as well, because the chariot connects to advancement. So whether this is career advancement, or some of you are advancing, taking a relationship to the next level, I see you have what it takes to align yourself with your long-term visions, but also stay on track, not letting distractions get in the way or hinder your success. Now, there was a loved one that came in very strong here, where it feels like there's a reassurance energy, a protection, guidance, and it could even be that March or April holds a significant date. This could be maybe a celebration of life when this person crossed, maybe their birthday. It could be an anniversary. I feel it could be like a grandfather or grandmother energy as well coming through, but trust that it's anyone here that you may have a strong bond or connection with in the spirit world. I feel like they will make their presence known for you over the next 8 weeks. It feels like around even Gemini season is significant, where they could even show up through a dream state. There could be like a song on the radio. Just really connect with staying open to receiving messages from them, which I feel like you are open anyway, Gemini. But I definitely see that this is going to be something that you cannot miss. You're like, yep, that was a message from Grandma Willow. Grandma Willow, interesting. So maybe Willow is connected to someone, like the willow tree. Maybe grandmother had a huge willow tree in the backyard with a tire swing that you would go play on, right? Or the willow could represent, an end of hardship when you think of like the weeping willow, or just going through a period that's felt a bit dark, a bit shadowed, a bit challenging. I do see here that you are protected and you're being divinely redirected here. And there could be a gift coming in from the spiritual realm, specifically from a loved one in spirit, that's going to help you out in some way. They could even be bringing you what I call an earth angel. And so there could be someone in the physical that helps you out in some way. And maybe it has to do with a car or a vehicle. Maybe someone's on the side of the road with a flat tire and they're like, okay, I don't have reception to call AAA, or I don't have the tools to be able to change the tire. And you have someone pull up on the side of the road and they're like, hey, I'd love to give you a hand. And they come in and you're back on the road in 20 minutes, right? An earth angel. So trust that there's movement, there's activation happening here, Gem. Now, there were records, like I was seeing an actual record player, but also that can connect to records, like birth records, things of that nature. But the energy felt nostalgic. So some of you could be picking up on history. Maybe you love history or you're honoring the past in some way. Maybe you have a record player. It just feels like the past is coming up, which makes sense because we are in retrograde season. And sometimes it can bring in past memories. Pisces rules subconscious memories as well. So your dream state may be significant, or can someone from the past, whether they are living or have crossed over. It just feels like the past is coming up, holding memories for you. But I also see that you are creating new memories. There's new traditions coming up, but you're also honoring perhaps past traditions or finding a way to blend energies together, Gem. Now, marriage came through specifically. The Four of Wands is what I was seeing. So marriage, maybe it's marriage records also, or a love connection energy felt very strong. Someone could be engaged. There could even be like an anniversary here coming up over the next few months where you go on a trip or you travel. This could even be like birthday for you. But because I'm getting the Four of Wands, it does feel like there's like a reunification type of vibe. So maybe someone that you haven't seen for quite some time. It could potentially be a sibling or a family member. And because like DNA or records is coming through here as well, if you were adopted or perhaps there's been some sort of alienation or you haven't seen someone in a while, it feels like there is synchronistic alignment. There's something happening behind the scenes that is going to put you together with someone or reconnect with someone. Now, your chakra, you have the root, also known as the base chakra, Gemini. This is about building strong foundations. And that can connect to that Four of Wands as well, because oftentimes you will see a home, right? And a home is built on a foundation. And I see you advancing that chariot. It could be foundational success within your professional world or within your relationships. Now it says, I create stability and security by adequately providing myself with the basic needs of a healthy life, such as shelter, food, water, and clothing. I use my creativity to build a strong foundation, as this is an essential key to my survival and growth. The more inner and outer stability I have, the more grounded and fulfilling my life will become. I respect myself and I take care of my physical body by nurturing and nourishing it. My body tells me what it needs. And yes, it does. Thank you so much for being here, Gemini. I hope something in this message hit home for you. And don't forget to check out your moon sign as well, unless this is your moon sign. Hey, hey, Cancer. Welcome, welcome. If this is your sun or moon or any other placement, but especially your sun or moon, I will share with you some of the channeled messages. And then as I'm sharing, I will be shuffling here a chakra card and I'll share with you what chakra is activated at this time at the end. So Cancer, I was seeing a lot of plants, a lot of herbs, a lot of greenery around you. So it feels like this is also connected to living space, living environment. Some of you may love to have nature in your home. Outside of your home, you may enjoy getting out in nature a bit more. Now, because the green is really highlighted, that connects to your heart chakra. So there could be some heart chakra energies that are opening, perhaps healing, that are taking place. I also see that you are connecting more with Mother Gaia, right? Mother Earth. Maybe you are eating more whole foods. Some of you may have a green thumb where you could be getting excited about gardening or canning, or maybe even planting some new flowers in your yard or just beautifying your space. I'm also seeing here a fence being put up. So some of you could have animals, or maybe you are moving to a location, Cancer, that it feels more open. But the fence is interesting as well, because if it's not a physical fence, this could be boundaries. Perhaps you are creating boundaries when it comes to your personal life, right? Your home life and maybe your professional life. Or if people have been encroaching upon your space, or if they have shown up unannounced, or perhaps they've been misusing energy in some way, you could certainly be putting up healthier boundaries. Now, you could also work with plant medicine. Maybe you work with herbs. Some of you maybe you work with CBD, or you are growing your own, whatever it may be, to help you in some way or to help people. Maybe you're making creams or lotions or using more plant-based products. I'm also getting here new growth when it comes to finances or relationships. So the plants and the herbs can certainly represent growth. And I do see a lot of growth around you, Cancer. And there is a focus here on grounding, staying grounded, or working again with the ground. So that's coming in. I mean, some of you, it feels like a softening. After the winter months, the ground is frozen and we move into spring here in the northern hemisphere. It's coming up here shortly, and everything starts to thaw out. Perhaps something within you energetically or emotionally per se is starting to thaw out, and you're starting to open yourself up to maybe new dynamics, new connections, new relationships after going through a bit of maybe a deep freeze for some of you. I was seeing packing. Someone could be packing boxes, decluttering, maybe getting ready for a garage sale. This could even be some form of travel, packing your bags. So moving, getting organized, again, preparing for a trip, or just going through your space, maybe even cleaning out some outdoor space as well. If you've been wanting to clean out maybe an old garage area, or if you have maybe you have some sort of space around your property that could use a bit of a spring cleanup. I see you preparing to do that, maybe even hiring some new contractors. And then I was getting here a home transition. So it feels like there's a lot going on within the home, or a strengthening of stability when it comes to your living environment. There could even be like a work from home. Some of you, if you do work from home, I just see a bit of a facelift, or like an uplifting energy here, where you could even be shifting roles in your career, advancing, but yet you still have the autonomy, the flexibility, and the freedom to be able to maybe work from anywhere in the world. And some of you could even be getting outside. Maybe you work outside in some way, whether you record videos or you build homes. I see that you could be spending your lunch break outside. Maybe you're doing some fishing in your free time. I feel like you are really connected strong with the trees and with the flowers and with the plants, maybe doing some paddle boarding or kayaking, just spending time camping and spending time outdoors, possibly with animals as well. So prepare for change. I do see this preparation period for you, but I would say by midsummer, especially around Cancer season, there's some really delicious, possibly literally delicious opportunities, because some of you could even be attending an event where there's a lot of great food. Okay, this it could be camping where you are cooking out, but it could also be a gathering where everybody is eating. It could even be what's it called, where you have like shrimp and corn in the cob, like a crawfish feed. Is that what it is? So some of you could even attend something where just everybody is gathering together and eating. It feels like a community, or you're attending an event where maybe it's like a farmer's market where there's food, and you could even sell your products or your services if you have them. So Cancer, okay, I figured we were going to see the heart chakra, because this is the color of the green right here in your heart center. So it says unconditional love. I allow myself to be open to giving and receiving love without fear of rejection. That's a big wound, isn't it? That rejection wound. I give without expecting recognition or acknowledgement in return. When I am loving to others, I am helping bring out the innate love within them, so they also feel uplifted, worthy, and cared for. I love myself the way I am, not the way I was, not the way I could be, and I extend this love to others. I teach others how to love and respect me by how I love and respect me. You have the heart chakra. Beautiful confirmation here. So that is what I have for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you were able to receive a nugget of wisdom in that session. Leo, hello, hello, welcome. So, I am going to share with you some of the messages that have come through. And while I'm sharing, I will be shuffling here a chakra card. And I'll share with you what chakra is being activated, or perhaps there is a need to look into this area here a bit further. So, Leo, some of the channeled messages that have come through for you, I was seeing a beautiful lion tattoo. Now, you are the lion. Leo, if this is your, sun sign, moon sign, any other placement of Leo, but it could also be a feline energy. It just feels like a strong feline, which represents independence. I'm getting creativity as well as this warrior, like a warrior, a warrioress energy. You could have a tattoo, or this could be, symbolic for you in some way. Maybe this is even a photograph that you have, or it could be a statue of like a goddess or a deity. Now, I was also picking up on grandmother energy, and it feels like you may be using something of grandmother's. Maybe it's fine china. It could be like recipes. It could be an Afghan or some family traditions. Grandmother, it feels like she's passed over for some of you, or there's just something around her energy. It could be mother as well, but it feels like you are still honoring this tradition or using something from grandmother. Now, perhaps March, April, or May, maybe it's around even Mother's Day could be significant where this comes out. Maybe like for Easter or Mother's Day, you use the fine china, or you remember grandmother, you use some of her recipes in the recipe book. So it just feels like someone's mother or grandmother is coming in very strong with a lot of love, a lot of guidance, a lot of protection. And the name like Sylvie or Sylphie, Sylphie, interesting. SIL or ILF could be significant for someone. Now, graduation or retirement was also coming through here, where it does feel like there is a milestone coming through, like a celebratory milestone. And if mother or grandmother is still here, maybe this is something you're celebrating with them and they're making. Maybe someone loves to like make Afghans or knit or crochet. I'm also seeing here cribbage. It feels like someone may enjoy like card games or board games as well. Now, the graduation coming through, this could be graduating from a class or graduating to the next level here of your professional world, career advancements. You could also be going to a graduation. Maybe this is your own child, or it could be a nephew, or it could be someone in the family could be graduating, and maybe college or high school. And if retirement is coming through, I feel like it's going to be a beautiful retirement party. It could even be someone that you work with, maybe retiring, and you could be graduating into the position. And maybe you are stepping into that role as well. Now, Leo, again, balloons, birthdays, big celebrations. It feels like your birthday holds significance, whether you are a sun, Leo, or you have, your birthday is in August or not. Whenever your birthday is, it feels like it's either a monumental birthday. So it could be like a specific age, like the big 50 for some of you, or it could be that you are taking a bucket list trip. You're going someplace, you are meeting someone of great significance. It just feels like there's something really, really beautiful around your birthday. A lot of blessings, a lot of gratitude, a lot of love. I was seeing a lot of celebrations here in 2026 as a whole for you, Leo. It feels like it's a really good time. Now, I was also seeing travel and friendships forming, meeting people through travel, meeting people at a distance. So if you plan on traveling this year, whether it's traveling near your home or maybe millions of miles or thousands of miles away, It feels like you are making possibly some lifelong friends, or for those of you that are on the market for love, there certainly could be a love connection that comes in at a distance, or it could be, it could be long distance, but then I do see you coming together in some way. So travel and friendships feel very strong for you in 2026. And the song Gypsy by Fleetwood Mac, I believe, came through. And the gypsy, it's like the gypsy soul. And I was just getting this carefree, free flowing vibe, almost like a little bit of a bohemian energy as well. So some of you may even love like boho decor, or you are dressing up in some sort of like bohemian vibe for a gathering or an event. And I am seeing someone wearing like white. Maybe you're wearing white right now, or maybe you're getting married. Maybe you're wearing a white dress here, but it feels like white also represents purity and innocence and fresh starts and clean slates. So Leo, many of you are stepping into a very empowering period of your life. And it feels like it could start around your birthday. Not saying you aren't already embodying that. You're probably feeling it, but your outer world is going to match your inner world here by your birthday. Now your crown chakra, ooh, you are lit up. You have the crown here, which represents grace. And this is of course connected to our spiritual wisdom. And your crown chakra is open, meaning you are receiving divine downloads. Many of you are channelers. You are here to channel and bring in information. The grace of a higher power is with me, and I move through life knowing this truth. I believe in a higher power, and I know that it is within and around me, offering assistance and guidance. I surrender all my fears and burdens to a higher power. I am open to receive grace, and I trust in a higher power. I am worthy. Yes, you are. You are worthy. That is what I have for you, Leo. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed that small little excerpt, please do give this video a thumbs up. Hello, hello, Virgo. Welcome, welcome. Whether this is your sun sign or your moon sign or any other placement, I am going to share with you some of the channeled messages that have come through. And while I'm sharing, I will also shuffle some chakra cards, and I will pull a card and share it with you at the end here. So this is the chakra that is being activated at this time, one that may be opening up further for you, or one that may need to be further addressed. Now, Virgo, I was seeing a lot of numbers around you. So some of you are into numbers. This could be your career path. Maybe you are an accountant or you are a financial planner. Maybe that is a focus for you at this time. Now, I was also seeing numbers like on the clock. So some of you may be seeing 1111. Sevens are coming in strong, 777. Now, maybe you're into numerology or learning more about numerology. I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, which is about ascension. So many of you are moving through, but it could be like a process here of like stepping through different phases, like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So it feels like you are growing, you are evolving, and you're building blocks. You're stepping up here into your innate wisdom. Now, I am getting also career shifts, and that could be like stepping up into a different role. Some of you are advancing in some way, and maybe the numbers play into it. Perhaps this is a pay raise, a promotion, or you are asking for more, right? Stepping up. You are requiring more growth here as well. So there's a focus on beauty. There's a focus on physical appearance. I'm getting a glow up energy here for you. So it could even be your posture. So addressing your posture, maybe getting a haircut. It could even be like a self-care transformation where some of you are really doing some work to feel better about your body. Maybe there is a weight loss journey, or you are undergoing something that feels quite drastic within your physical appearance, within your, external, but I see that it's aligning and matching with what you've been working on internally here. So many of you are going to feel more revitalized, energized. I see vitality. It really does feel like a glow up. And I'm now seeing the sun energy here for you. So certain things could be illuminated. I see that your skin could be highlighted in some way. Many of you are taking much better care of your skin, and the skin is our biggest organ, and oftentimes when our liver is backed up or our detox pathways are blocked, that can come out through the skin, and it can bring in like rashes and dryness, and even scents, right? Our body odor, things of that nature can certainly come out through our pores, through our skin. So I see that this is something you may be addressing or looking into, maybe even using non-toxic products if you don't already. So like what you put on your skin, including makeup, including your shampoo, conditioner, deodorant, how you wash your clothes or what you wash your clothes in, certain scents that you may spray on your body. If some of you have found that you have broken out in some sort of rash, I see here that it could contribute to one of those things that I mentioned. So there's also a significant personal transformation by June. It feels like June is the glow up month for you. June is the month where things really start to kick into gear, where your inner and outer world starts to align, perhaps in more areas than one, because it feels like this personal transformation is also contributing to your confidence. Your confidence is starting to increase. How does our confidence increase? When we start saying yes to our truth and we start acting up the yeses with our truth, meaning we're taking steps that sometimes scare us, but it is moving us in the right direction. And I do see here that you are moving in the right direction, Virgo. Now, the last message was new friendships or a love connection entering your life, possibly by June. All right, there's something here very significant for you around that month. And someone could even have a name, like the name June could be big here. You could meet someone who is taking care of their body. Maybe you meet someone while you are taking care of your body, such as at a gym, right? Or if you are going to like a workshop or a class or a seminar, this is to take care of your body, but also maybe to enhance your mind in some way. So there could be a new friendship or a new love connection that develops through a love for taking care of the body. Now, Virgo, you could also be someone who is into aesthetics in some way, or maybe you are a bodybuilder or a nutritional therapist. Some of you may be, I mentioned like accountants. It doesn't matter where you are at, but I feel like there is a turning around here of like finances. It feels like something is turning around or maybe coming back around for you to take another look at from a different angle, a different perspective. And then lastly here, we have the base chakra and we have the third chakra, which is interesting. I think Aries also had these two energies. So do you have Aries in maybe your top three? Now the base chakra represents independence. Oh, and by the way, Aries season too. So March, April could kick off something that fully comes into manifestation mode or like completion by June. It says here, I know what my needs are and I actively pursue them, knowing that I will be guided and provided for when I put in the effort. So there's the key piece of it, right? You will know, that's number one. There's this knowing, there's this trusting, there's a believing, but when you put in the effort. I open myself to all possibilities and participate fully in life. I use my imagination and my vision to initiate what I wish for and I pursue it. I am not waiting to be rescued. I am not a victim. I am strong. The base chakra can connect to our lower extremities, starting with the base of our spine, our hips, our lower back, flowing to our legs, our knees, our ankles, our feet, our toes. So if you've had issues in those regions, this may be something you are addressing. Maybe you're moving more, moving the lower extremities, walking or hiking, pedaling. I see that you are are getting that lymphatic system moving. And we have the solar plexus chakra located in the belly region. This is our power center, our powerhouse. It represents self-confidence. I trust myself fully. I will not allow fear or doubt to hold me back from doing what I am here to do. I have confidence, belief, and conviction in my abilities and goals. I welcome questioning by others as this gives me a chance to clarify my truth, ideas, and philosophies. I trust in a higher power and I am open to new challenges. Remember what I said earlier? I said you are building this confidence center. I do see here that you are stepping into things that may feel a bit foreign or even uncomfortable at times, but that's going to help you continue building into this transformation that you are meant for. So that is what I have for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope this hit some sort of resonance with you, and don't forget to check out your other signs as well. Hello, hello, Libra. Welcome. If this is your sun or your moon or any other placement, you are so very welcome. So I am going to share with you some of the channeled messages that have come through, also messages that I am receiving live. And excuse me, I will pull a chakra card for you and share it with you at the end. So Libra, the channeled messages that have come through for you, I was seeing big, beautiful wings. Now, the message here for you is you are spreading your wings. You're taking off. Now, you may even have some sort of symbolism, whether this is art on your body. Maybe some of you have beautiful wings or even a feather on your body. This could be a statue of an angel or of a fairy, or some of you may receive signs through feathers as well, or birds could be symbolic here. But the message was personal freedom. Personal freedom. If you have felt trapped, or if you have felt like you've gone through the phoenix, right? The phoenix rising from the ashes, maybe you are still climbing, you're still rising up into your power. I feel like this is your year to spread your wings. It's like your wings had been clipped in some way, but I see that you have been growing. You have been growing. You have been transforming. This is your year to fly. I mean, some of you, this could be literal. You may be traveling. I see that you are perhaps taking a business to the next level, really spreading your wings within your business sector or your professional world. This also connects to a version of yourself, or you're rising above, rising to the occasion for some of you. This could be shifting in frequencies. And I see that you are someone who is very spiritually attuned, and you're able to see things from a spiritual vantage point. And this is really a beautiful year of spreading your wings. Now, the other message here is love connections and gatherings. I was seeing a lot of love around you. I was seeing here family. It feels like there's gatherings, perhaps celebrations. There could even be some sort of family event where everybody comes together. Yes, this could be something that you do yearly or annually for a holiday, but it feels like it could be something else as well. So for example, it could be like a big milestone where maybe someone graduates, or someone is purchasing a home or getting married. So it feels like it's not just your annual get together with family. It does feel like this is something more profound, but there could also be someone new joining a family gathering this year. So let's say you get together with your family during Easter, or you have maybe a Galentine's Day or a Friendsgiving. It just feels like this year, someone new is joining in, and you really love that person, or you get to know them on a deeper level, or your friends like this new person coming in, or your family loves them. Now, it could also represent the incoming energy of a pet as well. You could have a pet that joins the family this year. Now, I was seeing the Four of Wands, which can certainly connect to that reunion or like a reunification. Possibly summertime felt significant here as well, where there's a gathering with a lot of people. This could even be like a concert. It could be a market, outside market. You could have goods or services or products, Libra, that you share with others through this event, especially if you are someone who is very creative or very artistic, and you may be called to work with others to pool your resources. So, for example, if this is a wellness retreat, you may have services to offer this retreat, and you're all coming together to deliver a plethora of different wellness products into like a package in some way. So don't be afraid to work with others this year when it comes to both your professional world and your personal world. Now, the tree of life came in really strong for you. And I was actually seeing this really beautiful metal tree of life. Maybe some of you have this on your wall. Maybe you have like a tree on your body. Some of you may really connect to the energy of trees, but it feels like a branching off. And it could be, as I mentioned, new family members or pets, blending of families, family business. Oftentimes, the 10 of Pentacles connects me with the tree. The tree of life connects to the 10 of Pentacles, which can also be legacy. So Libra, you could be creating something right now that ripples out for future generations. It could even be if you have children, this ripples out, or it could be something you are creating. Maybe you're writing a book, or you are holding a class, or maybe you're public speaking in some way, but it feels like it ripples out and it affects. I'm getting hundreds and even millions for some of you. Now, the name, this is interesting because I'm not even sure how to share this with you. The name Warburits or Warburits. I've never heard this name in my life, so I hope I'm not completely butchering this. But WOR or WAR could be in someone's name. I know that is very, very specific. So please take that as it resonates. It could even be the name of a location, WOR. It kind of reminds me of when I try to say Worcestershire sauce. I cannot say that word for the life of me. Worcestershire. So yeah, something could be a tongue twister for you. Someone's last name could be a tongue twister, or maybe some of you are, I just call it the W sauce, right? So maybe some of you are getting a good old dose of that W sauce, but it's coming in the form of like a person, or so maybe it's coming in the form of you being a bit saucy, right? Saucy energy. So something fun coming in for you. All right, Libra, your chakra is the seventh chakra here, crown chakra. So open to channeled divine downloads. Many of you are very, very spiritual. You may even have a spiritually based business, or you are tapping into your spiritual gifts and putting them out into the world, regardless of what you do for a living, or if you work, or where you are at in your life. Your spiritual gifts are increasing. It says here, I feel the divine force flowing through me. I honor this, and I know that it flows through all. I am calm in knowing that I am one with all, and I contemplate and meditate on this fact. I regularly remind myself that we are all from the same source, and that we are all on a journey as spiritual beings experiencing this physical existence. I am aware that I have a choice as to how I respond to what is happening in my life. My responses have an enormous effect on my spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical well-being. This is quite beautiful, because this also connects to that energy of the wings, elevation. You're elevating yourself, elevating your awareness, and really tapping into your spiritual wisdom. So expect some big changes here, especially the mid turning point of the year. But it feels like the latter half of the year, which many of you, if you are a sun sign Libra, September, October is highlighted here as a glow up season for you. So expect some powerful transformational shifts that are already being initiated, Libra. By mid-year, you're going to start to see that physical side of things. And by Libra season, regardless if you're a sun Libra or not, it really feels like there's something very beautiful and profound that has officially made its way into your life. Thank you so much for being here today, Libra. Hello, hello, Scorpio. Welcome. I am going to share with you some of the channeled messages that have come through, also the live messages that I receive while sharing with you. And I will be shuffling here a chakra card, which I'll share with you at the end of the messages. And this chakra card will tap into what energy center is activated or what you are working with at this time. So Scorpio, the messages that came through for you, immediately I was shown books, a lot of books. This represents education, knowledge, learning. I feel like your mind is like a sponge at this time. You're really soaking up a lot of new information. There could even be new skill sets that you are diving into. I mean, some of you could be teachers, you could be going to school. I see here that you may be tapping into reading or listening to a good book that inspires you. And because books is here, some of you could be authors or writers, or maybe you're journaling a bit more. I'm seeing new contracts or agreements that could also be showing up with the education, with the learning. Perhaps you are learning a new skill and this can certainly impact you for the better because you can maybe ask that boss for the raise now that you have some sort of experience or knowledge or education. I see that you are excited to step into this chapter, and there's also a bit of a learning or a growth curve that comes along with it, but I do see that you are making your way. You are making your way to the top. And I'm seeing here a hill. It's not a mountain. It feels like a hill, which is good because it feels like the climb isn't as stressful as perhaps a mountain. And it feels like you're not getting caught in an avalanche, which maybe you have before. Maybe you felt like you were going through a period where it's just there were setbacks and setbacks. And I just see that there are new contractual agreements coming in for you. And some of you may even have a very strong animal connection. I see here pets coming through. This could be animals that have crossed over. I'm also seeing here September holds significance when it comes to animals for some of you, or maybe you work with animals. There could even be animals in the wild that are delivering messages to you. And I see here an animal tattoo. I'm not sure what animal, but it feels like the energy of an animal could be on your body. Maybe it's a dragonfly. Maybe it is a print. I'm like getting like a paw prints for some of you, or it could even be like a footprint of some sort is coming through. The name Sheba, maybe that's a pet, or Sheila as well, or the energy of the SH, or maybe even the CH in some way. And there could be a possible move through I'm getting even HOA, or some of you could be looking at like communities, or maybe this is retirement, maybe looking at new areas to spend your time and your energy. If you have a loved one who is needing a bit of additional help, this could be something that is being addressed for you. I also see that this could be a year of not just financial success, Scorpio, especially with the learning that I see and the growth, and I keep getting like thumbs up or just like moving up. Feels like you're climbing up here. It feels like there's also a strong connection or soul agreement that you have with another individual. And for some of you, this is romantic love. I am being shown the lovers, but there could be a choice that needs to be made. It doesn't feel like it's a sacrifice per se, but it feels like, for example, you meet someone, maybe you meet at a distance, or maybe you both have a home and you have to make a choice of where you both want to live, or, who's selling, or maybe who's moving in with each other. It also feels like there could be a travel arrangements or something with meeting people or meeting someone at a distance, or maybe you meet someone while you're traveling or they are traveling. I feel like there could be a bigger trip plan this year for some of you. And Scorpio, I see many of you tapping into your creative talents and your artistry, or bringing those energies into your home, maybe even feeling inspired to paint or to decorate. I'm also seeing here children's room. So two things here. Some of you may have a new child, like a new baby, and you're decorating like a children's room, or you could have a child who is flying out of the nest, and you could be changing the energy up and maybe turning this room into maybe an office, or just kind of shifting things up in the home space if you're not actually moving. Now, your chakra, Scorpio, is the fourth chakra, which is the heart. And this is all about generosity. It says here, generosity is sharing. I give myself freely and I am open to opportunities to do so. I do this because I can and I expect nothing in return. Speaking from the heart will let those around me know how I feel about them. My generosity will touch another person's heart and replenish their spirit. Through love, I have a positive, spontaneous, and lasting influence on the heart and transformation of both myself and others. And this connects to that lover's energy that I was picking up on. I don't know if this was drawn after or before, but it definitely coincides with the lovers. And it's also about, yes, generosity is sharing, generosity is caring, but it's also not being taken advantage of. And I feel like you are someone who has strong boundaries, or you are working on strengthening those boundaries instead of completely just cutting off. It doesn't mean you can't cut off when it's necessary, but I feel like there's more of an understanding or awareness of certain triggers, and you are reacting and responding to energies in a different way than maybe you had in the past. And that could be a lesson that you have learned as well, not just through books. This doesn't feel like it's just educational learning, but through the school of hard knocks. So Scorpio, there is a beautiful, generous blessing that is more than one, Spirit is saying, more than one blessings and opportunities lining up for you here in 2026. So trust in what is coming your way, and trust that if you have felt like you've gone through a period that's been stuck or on pause or on hold, I see that you hold the key, and I'm actually being shown a key unlocking, and I hear the click. Something is going to click. Something is coming together here for you. And I feel like there's a lot of gratitude around this, and you will be very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. I hope something in this message hit home for you. Hello, hello, Sagittarius. Welcome, welcome. Whether you are a sun, moon, Sag, or any other placement, I am glad you are here. So I'm going to share with you some of the channeled messages that have come through, also the live messages that I'm receiving as delivering these. And I will be shuffling here and pulling a chakra card for you. And I'll share the chakra that is activated or highlighted at this time at the end of your messages. So Sag, I was getting a lot around travel here for you. Adventure, exploration was coming in strong. So this could be a year where there's a lot of movement. Some of you quite literally, maybe this has to do with real estate, or you have some trips planned. You could be taking your career in a different direction, or this could be a year where you are exploring the connection between you and another. Now, I was seeing here a new friend group forming, and it could even be through travel or your shared love of adventure. I see here people coming together. This could be partnership, so it certainly can be romantic, it can be friendship, but it's also, it feels like more of a group or a community vibe for some of you. So, for example, if you are spending time at your local wellness center, maybe you're doing some yoga at the studio, or maybe there's a class that you are attending regularly, it feels like you are connecting with people in a group setting or an environment where other people hang out, but you certainly could be meeting someone specific that could play a significant role in your journey. Now, I'm getting here self-improvement spaces is significant this year, whether this is, again, a wellness retreat, could be a yoga center. Some of you may be doing, I'm getting some form of body movement like CrossFit, or you could be training for like a marathon, moving your body more. I see movement of the body, and you're going to bond over this connection, or it's something that you may strengthen. Maybe you are coming together here with your own masculine and feminine energies and saying, okay, I want to live a little. I want to be more adventurous. Now, I see you learning new skills, and it's interesting because I was seeing it in almost like a movie projection screen, boom, 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 one after another. And I was seeing someone driving a larger vehicle. So maybe this is the year that you purchase a camper and you normally do not drive that big of a vehicle. Maybe you're learning how to back up a trailer or, put a camper in a parking space or an area. Maybe you are getting your pilot's license. Maybe you're learning how to go fly fishing. I feel like these are confidence building activities that you are exploring and you are testing out because, again, it's going to strengthen your confidence and it's going to bring this revitalized energy to the mix, especially if things have felt a bit boring or if you have become complacent or if there's been too much repetition and it's now come to the point where it's become maybe unhealthy in some way. I just see you challenging yourself and you are brave enough to do that. You are a fire sign or fire placement anyway. And I just see learning new skills is going to be your superpower because some of those new skills you are going to monetize. You could level up in your career, maybe learning something new that scares you, or some of you could even be checking off a bucket list item. Maybe you decide to go skydiving or you decide to go on your first solo travel to a different country. It feels like you are embodying strength and confidence through new exercises, and you could even meet someone who helps you grow, like challenges you. But I feel, Sag, that you are not afraid of a challenge. In fact, if anybody's going to give a challenge a wink, it's you. Now, I'm also seeing here a dog. Dogs represent, well, can be pets, of course. German Shepherd coming to mind here. I'm also getting, I don't know what the breed, like a sheepdog. I'm not sure what that breed is. Maybe someone has a hobby farm. It feels like this is a dog that really does well with other animals or is outside, maybe wrangling up the horses in some way. But it feels like this animal is maybe a bit of a larger breed. Doesn't mean that if you have a pet that's smaller, this message is not for you. But it does feel like there is a connection here with dogs. And I'm also getting here loyalty. It feels like loyalties have been tested for you, but I feel like you are starting to open yourself up, Sag. You're starting to trust a little bit more, maybe trusting yourself a little bit more, trusting others a little bit more, trusting your own intuitive voice instead of doubting or instead of questioning. I see your spiritual gifts are strong, and I want to say August for you, especially around that 8-8 portal, feels very significant when it comes to either adventure, meeting new people, getting outside, going for runs. Maybe that's when that marathon is, or something outside feels significant for you. So 8-8 portal is a beautiful one. So expect some really fun changes or adventures mid-year for you. All right, Sag, your chakra is the sacral chakra located 2 inches below the navel region. Sometimes can be our reproductive organs, our sexual organs here as well. This can stem to lower back. This can also govern the liver, kidneys, things of that nature. It represents here abundance. And it says, I am worthy and I deserve an abundance of anything that I require. I watch my thoughts to ensure that I am honoring and respecting myself. I honor myself by knowing that I am worthy to receive and I am open to receive now. I remind myself that it is a sign of strength to ask for help. And I'm getting a little bit of that solar plexus energy for you as well, which is more of the stomach region. Maybe that's why kidneys and liver coming up here. You could be going on a good cleanse. That could literally lighten the load for some of you where you're feeling a lot lighter, you're feeling a lot brighter. And I see a lot of abundance coming your way. And it's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. And I see that you are someone who is very independent, right? You may like to do things on your own, but I also see that this could be a year where there's a connection. I'm being shown the Two of Cups. So energies are coming together. There may even be mending that is occurring here, or it feels like there's a bridging of a gap for the better. And I'm getting here strength training for some of you as well. So Sag, you could be strength training your body. I'm getting here that you are toning the core. I mentioned, excuse me, CrossFit earlier, but this could even be like Pilates, or it could be yoga. It could be any form of training will be beneficial for you. That is what I have. Thank you so much, Sag, for being here. I hope something in this message hit home. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Hey, hey, Capricorn. Welcome, welcome. I am going to share with you some of the channeled messages that have come through. And then I will be pulling a chakra card for you to see what chakra you are working with at this time. So Capricorn, I was seeing here a beautiful garden space for you, and no surprise as you are an earth sign. So this is about creating a beautiful, maybe outdoor space. Some of you are gardeners. You may be getting excited about planting. You may also have a green thumb where you have a lot of plants, or you enjoy flowers, like fresh cut flowers. I also see you honing into your creative talents by perhaps using tools from nature in some way. So this could be like sea glass for those of you that love to pick up sea glass, or if you like shells, or it could even be nature inspires you and you are using like pine cones in your artwork. It feels like something nature inspired is coming through for you this year, but also in the springtime, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, you may be spending more time outside and connecting with your roots a bit more. And some of you may love to can, you may love to jar, preserve food. I see there's a very nurturing energy around you, and a practical energy as well. So you may be finding ways to double up your resources. So for example, you could be canning applesauce. Some of you may even have apple trees in your yard, or you like to go to maybe the orchards, and you may be canning for yourself, but also perhaps you are making pies or sauce and you could be selling it at a local farmer's market, or you could be making stuff for your family members as well, because you are very nurturing, and it feels like not only are you taking care of yourself, but you're taking care of others as well. Now, I was seeing also a lot of do-it-yourself projects that you may be getting your hands into this year, but it feels like some of these projects are crafty. Some of them you enjoy. Maybe you are painting an old space in your home, or maybe that garage is being painted. I see that you could be hiring contractors. I'm also seeing here a pool. Some of you could have a pool, and there could be someone that helps you in some way that beautifies your space or keeps something running, keeps something organized within the home. This could also be within your business, because I feel like there's either hired help, hired contractors, or you are creating a space where there's just a shared energy is what I'm picking up on. Now, some of you may love spending time near the water. If you don't have a pool of your own, I see that you could be, maybe you're addressing water in some way, like a water treatment plan, or you're really leveling up your water intake. I see that you are staying hydrated. You're getting plenty of fresh air. I also see here that you're beautifying both indoors and outdoors, but also this could be symbolic for your own body. Some of you take great pride in how you look, what you wear, how you smell, what you are consuming. That includes foods, that includes relationships, what you watch, what you read, what you ingest. I see that you are being guided to really take care of and listen to your body and take some necessary time out. I mean, the pool could be symbolic for relaxation. going with the flow a bit more, because Capricorn, you guys are some of the hardest workers. And I see here that this could be a year where you may even simplify. Yes, there's this homesteading type of vibe around you, but I see that you're also simplifying things. And even if challenges and struggles do come up, I see that you have the tools necessary to be able to get through anything that does come your way. Now, if there has been a little bit of a stretch financially, especially if you have been paying contractors or if you have been trying to do some projects here on your own, or if there's been money that's been feeling like it's drained because you've been trying to fix something up, or you've been trying to maybe pay off some sort of debt, I do see financial flow picking back up for you. And it feels like the third quarter of 2026 could be significant here for you. So June, July, August time, it feels like there's going to be more of a flow financially, or things could pick up in your career or in your business. And there could even be a change. I'm getting a financial change here for the better. I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun. So Capricorn, this is going to be a big time for you to grow, to evolve, but not through hardship, not through pushing forward and exhausting your resources. If anything, I feel like you're utilizing resources, and anything that exhausts you, I feel like you're throwing it over the fence. All right. And you're repurposing is what I'm getting here. So for example, if you have a garden, you may be using the apples that are good to can or to bake, and you may be feeding the deer with the apples that have fell to the ground, or you're using something as fertilizer. It just feels like you're repurposing or fertilizing something here, but it feels good. It feels aligned, and I see that there could even be a sale of a home for some of you, or it could be the sale of items. You may be selling, maybe even selling a vehicle, or selling something that may be larger to either replace the item. Maybe you want something better, or you could be telling yourself, I don't use that as much as I thought I would. Maybe this is like a side by side, or like a four wheeler. Maybe this is another vehicle, or someone may want to get maybe a larger vehicle. But because I'm getting simplicity, some of you could be downsizing as well. You're saying, I don't really need 5 bikes in my shed, right? Or I don't really need this much space in my home. So there's a lot going on in your home environment this year. But I also see that you are looking at ways to financially set yourself up long term for success. I mean, who isn't doing that, right? But especially you, Capricorn, you're thinking about these things, but you're also staying very present in in your circumstances currently. Now, your chakra, you have the heart center here, which is about acceptance of self. It's time to rejuvenate myself by giving myself love. I accept myself the way I am, and I remind myself that I cannot feel any better about life than how I feel about myself. I will not wait a moment longer to accept myself. I honor what my body is asking for, and if I am unsure, I will ask myself, what can I do to be a healthier and more balanced than I am now? I dwell upon all that is right in my life, not what is wrong, and I have gratitude. I accept my life as it is now, and I move forward from here. So there's extreme acceptance. There may even be extreme forgiveness showing up here as well. And I do see that you are healing. Many of you are healing from maybe a health issue. That could be why. And I'm getting the throat here as well. It's like I'm swallowing. It feels like you're not going to swallow your words or swallow your worth. It feels like this is a year where you're really accepting that, yes, a circumstance had happened or something had occurred, but I feel like you're moving forward from here on out. This is really your year for new beginnings, Capricorn. And I feel like it starts with you. You're taking better care of you, and your home life is improving, and every other area of life is improving as well. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in. If you enjoyed the message, please give this video a thumbs up. Hello, hello, Aquarius. Welcome, welcome. Whether this is your sun sign, your moon, or any other placement, I'm going to share with you some of the channeled messages that have come through, some live messages that I may receive as I'm delivering these. And I will be drawing a chakra card for you to take a peek into the chakra that is activated at this time, the energy that you are working with. So, Aquarius, I was seeing metalwork, architecture, woodworking, glass blowing, pottery. The metal was really profound. So there's something here around maybe some sort of structure. I mean, this could be a structural energy that you have within your home as well. And it's interesting because metal is hard to bend, but I feel like you were taking a look at your values and you're saying, I'm not going to compromise or bend. I'm not going to settle for less than I deserve. I mean, of course, the metalwork and architecture could be something that you really enjoy. This could be a show. Some of you could be doing some pottery or really diving into your creative talents. Now, I was getting social media for you as well. So social media, editing, online courses, or even using platforms such as Udemy, Teachable, Canva. This could be something that you are playing with or something you are exploring. There's also website development or coming together and learning through community online was really standing out for you, Aquarius. And I was being shown an oracle, or it could even be a tarot deck, but someone could be creating a deck. This could even be something that maybe it's an app that you have on your phone, but it feels like it was digital, or you're looking at making it, digital, but then printing it off. So I see that many of you are tapping into your spiritual nature, and there's this energy of spreading your wings, which is interesting because Libra got the message of the wings as well. So some of you may be seeing feathers, angels, there could be wings in the clouds, there could even be rainbows I'm getting here for you. I'm also seeing a ladybug, and it feels like there's this freedom energy that exists perhaps amongst all the air signs. So if you have double air, especially 2 out of 3 of your top 3, it really feels like this is going to be a year of freedom or liberation for you. Now, numbers showing up here, I kept seeing 9. And so September energy was very strong, where there could be a lot of significance around the month of September. This can also be connected to when there's going to be a completion of an energy here, or it feels like more of the world around September. And the world is completion, but it's also graduation, it's victory, it's advancement, it is achievement. So it feels like something may come full circle. Now, the world also can connect to the World Wide Web or global travel or connecting through like international affairs in some way. So there certainly could be something significant. Maybe this is worldwide, but it affects you. It ripples down in some way, and it does feel favorable. I'm being shown the 9 of Pentacles, which I love the 9 of Pentacles. It's about creating a life that feels rewarding, that feels luxurious, that feels financially set up, but also there's this part of you, you've been working hard, and I feel like you do deserve a rest. You do deserve to take some time and treat yourself, whether this is treating yourself to, it could be something as small as, a night out. It could be treating yourself to something as big as, a luxury vacation, whatever it may be for you, whatever fits your circumstances. Now, the name Roger, or ROG, felt significant here as well. And there could even be a private gathering. It could be a meaningful connection, whether Roger is connected to, it feels like, what's the saying? Like Roger that, like I got it. So it feels like you could have some incoming communication where it's very clear. There's a deep understanding. There's a deep awareness. And it's interesting because I just heard a chuckle outside. I think there's some children playing, but it feels like gatherings, maybe children environments, or some of you could work with children. It also feels like there's an energy of playfulness and like a giggling or like happiness coming through for you. You're tapping into the joy frequency, Aquarius. And I feel like there's going to be meaningful connections, maybe even strengthened bonds between you and your children if you have them, regardless of what age. Now, I was getting here jewelry, specifically, could be a necklace for some of you. It could be a crystal stone, or it could be a necklace that was given to you, or this will be given to you maybe around your birthday, or it already has happened here. But it feels like a protection amulet or pearls. I mean, it feels like it's something that holds significance. And I also see some of you working with more spiritual tools. So whether it be oracle or tarot, as I mentioned, but it could also be pendulums. It could be divining rods. Perhaps you are using maybe you're using sage or singing bowls. I see that you are exploring more when it comes to the spiritual realm, maybe reading up on it or joining groups, learning more about your own intuitive awareness. And I see that you are someone who blends psychology with the spiritual. And you could even be a psychologist or a therapist, maybe hypnotherapy. I see you really working with the mind, hence you being an air sign. But this could also represent you looking at any beliefs that have felt the metal in the very beginning that have felt difficult to break out of because neuroplasticity, right? Plastic is bendable where that metal can feel more concrete. And I just see that you're working on releasing old limitations or old patterns so you can fully step into this freedom because that's what this year is all about for you. Really, again, spreading your wings and liberating yourself from whatever holds you back. I feel like you are all in this year. Now, your chakras. You have the heart chakra, which I love here for you, that also connects to warmth and sincerity, located, of course, in the heart region. And it says, I am open to sharing, accepting, communicating, and connecting with others as I focus on this moment, not the past or the future. A smile, a kind-hearted way of speaking, or a hug goes a long way towards uplifting others. I offer care and support where I can without rescuing. I nurture and respect my relationships. Beautiful energy here. So I want to note, I offer care and support where I can without rescuing. We are not here to rescue or fix anyone. And that's especially important for those of you that may be caregivers or for those of you that are in a caring profession. I see here that you are setting some boundaries, but you are radiating this warmth about you and you can both can coexist. That's important. Now you have here the seventh chakra, the crown chakra, which is located the crown region. It connects us to our spiritual awareness, which I was really picking up on for you. The grace of a higher power is with me, and I move through life knowing this truth. I believe in a higher power, and I know that it is within and around me, offering assistance and guidance. I surrender all my fears and burdens to a higher power. I am open to receive grace, and I trust in a higher power. I am worthy. So really opening yourself up to channeling the information instead of it immediately going to the part of the brain where we have to analyze, strategize, figure out, and kind of fine comb it through our belief system. I feel like many of you are using some of those artistic endeavors such as pottery or woodwork or glass blowing or painting or whatever it may be for you. And it's like you are the straight channel. You really feel like you're in your zone when you are mastering your craft. And this certainly could be a year where you do just that. I feel like there's not only mastery with the Eight of Pentacles energy, but I was seeing the Nine of Pence. So I do see that you are achieving something quite profound in your world this year. So that is what I have for you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed this session or if something hit home, please do give it a thumbs up. Hey, hey, Pisces. Welcome, welcome. Last but not least, I am going to share with you some of the channeled messages that have come through, as well as any live messages that come through while I'm sharing. And I will be shuffling the chakra cards, and I will pull a chakra card for you and share it with you towards the end. Now, it's interesting to note as I am doing your reading here, I have a tortoise. So I have a tortoise and a hare. So the tortoise is in the background and I can hear it digging, which it's been in this burnation mode for quite some time. They actually go through this period of like hibernating where they don't really come out and do much. But it's interesting because I haven't really heard her too much. She hasn't come out of her area for a few days. And just now, as I'm tuning into your energy, I can hear her kind of scratching and digging because that's what tortoises do. So there's this message here of waking up or awakening within you. I feel like the tortoise also represents movement, like slow movement, where some of you may have gone through a period of hibernation or you've gone through a period where things have felt delayed or stuck or on pause. But because she's coming in strong, it feels like something is loud, something is being addressed for you. And I was picking up on Paris, France, Sicily, travel, spiritual connections, and paying attention because as the tortoise is waking up, some of you are waking up to maybe your travel potential here, or it could be exploration. There's something within you that is craving adventure, something that's craving a bit more excitement. And I'm also seeing here mother-daughter energy. So this could even be like a mother-daughter trip for those of you that have children, or if you are a daughter, you could be traveling with your mom. And I keep going back to the tortoise. Spirit is saying there's still another message within that. So tortoise, hard shell, something may be cracked open for you, something that may have felt a bit difficult, like hard exterior, but like soft interior here. So it could even be that you've been working really hard on getting through to someone or connecting with them on a deeper level. And it just feels like it finally opens up. There's also this energy of teaching, and I'm getting parental energies here as well. So you could be a teacher at this time. I feel like we learn a lot from those around us, especially children. So we oscillate between the student and teacher, Pisces. And I see that's part of your energy this year, but you're waking up to the whole of who you are. I see here that something may be finalizing. A doorbell, also like ringing of a doorbell, could represent like a signal of a closure, a signal of an opening as well, opening the door. There could be like a judgment call that is made. If you've been dealing with maybe a legal matter, or if you've been wanting to move forward after a period of hibernation or a delay, it feels like that's coming through here, and it feels quick. It does feel like there's a turnaround here by, I want to say, Aries or Taurus season. So March into May March, April, and May feel significant here. And some of you could even have something delivered sooner than that. It could be within weeks, within days. It feels like there's a package being delivered. This could even be metaphorical for like a new opportunity, or symbolic for like new blessings arising at your doorstep in some way. So I do see that you are opening yourself up. You are awakening to a part of yourself that you may have felt like your worthiness. It feels like worthiness was almost on a chopping block in some way. I know that sounds intense, but maybe some of you felt shoved down, or it just feels like you spent maybe a lot of time in hermit mode, and you are starting to rejoin life in some way. You're starting to showcase your skills or your talents, join maybe some sort of community, or you're putting yourself out there in some way, meeting new people. Now, The tortoise, someone could have a tortoise. Maybe someone has like fish or amphibians. I feel like they're symbolic creatures for you as well. So some of you may even be dreaming about sea creatures. I mean, you could live near the sea, or maybe some of you are swimming with dolphins, or you are swimming with like the manta rays. It feels like there is a strong animal connection, water connection, as well as you being a water sign. Now, the Sahara Desert may also be significant in some way. And it's interesting to note that I keep going back to this feeling of like desert energy or digging. Some of you may be digging something up from the past, but I actually feel like it could be a signal of a closure. Now, Pisces, happy birthday to you. But I do feel like there is an energy here of, there's an energy of growth through hardship, but I feel like there's a closing out of a cycle of hardship is what I'm getting here for you. There's this creative energy that you emit. There's this joy. There's this expression. There's this inspiration. You are someone who's very talented. And I see that if you've been in a desert period, I mean, maybe some of you are traveling to one of those regions I mentioned, but it feels like you are you're thirsty, right? You're thirsty here coming out of that period. And it's like you are drinking it all in. You're drinking in life's experiences. You're drinking in new relationship dynamics, drinking in the knowledge here of what you've gone through, because you are ready to open yourself up to a new chapter. Now, I was also getting puppy energy, and a specific puppy, and I was seeing like a puppy licking a face. So it's interesting because puppies are playful, right? Joyful. And the face represents, the image that we project, but also the face is where people see us, where they can see our smiles, our eyes. I see that you're putting your best face forward in some way, but it's not even the best. Okay, Spirit saying recorrect, authentic. You're putting your authentic face forward, and that is your best face, is what I'm getting here. The best face is your authentic face. And the licking part of it feels like there's love, there's acceptance, there's self-worth. Some of you may even have like companionship coming through this year, or there may be an approval or an offer to move forward after, again, a period of delay. If this is your career and you've been wanting to move forward, or if there's been some changes that have been happening in your professional world, I see that there's something that happens quite quickly here for you, but it does put you in alignment with maybe a long-term dream or a goal. Even if it's through some sort of shakeup, it feels better long term. Okay. Now, Pisces, you have here. Oh, okay. Some of you are going to be gifted something spiritual. So it could be like an oracle deck. It could be a crystal necklace. I feel like there's also a really beautiful card. Maybe some of you receive a card that has like a picture of a tortoise on it, or like ocean seashells. I see that some of you are visiting people who may be at a distance as well. Someone may be coming to meet you. There could be gatherings here, which of course can be around birthday time. But it feels like there is something very significant that it can't be bought. And you are tapping into this energy of love. Now, you have the third eye chakra, which is all about imagination. It says here, I use my imagination as I create and pursue my dreams and wishes. I ask myself, what do I want? I'm seeing a birthday candle, and I'm seeing 1-1. Some of you could be, maybe your birthday is on the 11th, but it could also be double new beginnings. 1-1 is an ascended number, so it feels like there's this extra vibration that's shining through, where your imagination is soaring and you are tapping into your creative genius. My thoughts create my reality at the physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual levels. I use this power to create harmonious relationships between all of these levels. I imagine the life I would like to have, and I encourage my thoughts to be truthful, wise, and discerning. In the quietness of meditation, I see and hear the truth. So the fact that it was quiet in here as I was preparing for your reading. And then all of a sudden the tortoise started to dig, right? It feels like you are digging something up within the confinements of, I don't want to say confinements, within the mental space of your own imagination. It feels like your ideas are powerful, but backing that up with action, aligning, like it says here, that alignment piece is first. If you can imagine it, you can create it. And I see that there's a lot that you are bringing to life in 2026, Pisces. You are using that third eye chakra, activating something quite profound. And it does feel like this is kicking off now for you. And by the end of the year, by December 2026, I feel like many of you are going to be in a completely different mental space, emotional space, physical space, even spiritual space. So the seeds have been planted. And the question is, what do I want? Right? What do I want? Because you are blowing out the candle, the energetic candle here, physical for some of you, but it's like you're blowing out the candle and it's like you're leaving it to the universe. But at the same time, you are taking actionable steps to bring that vision of yours to life. But there's this co-creating between you and spirit. So trust that this is going to be a big year for you. And after, again, the Sahara Desert or the pause or just feeling like you've been kind of feeling dry in some way for some of you, you're thirsty and you are hydrating your energy. You're nourishing your energy. And I feel like your thirst for life is strong and you are going to feel more revitalized, more energized than you have felt in a long time. That is what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in. If something hit home for you, please hit that thumbs up button and happy birthday to you. Sun sign Pisces out there. Thank you so much, Soul Tribe, for joining me today for these beautiful channeled messages. Hopefully you checked out your sun and your moon sign, but again, check out any sign that resonates with you. Let me know, drop it in the comment section below. Did anything hit home for you? What did you like the most? Do you like this style of reading? Now, I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but before starting this channel, I hadn't really worked with tarot. In fact, I didn't know much about tarot at all, and I'd always done my readings intuitively. And this platform was a tool for me to be able to learn tarot and to kind of bring that to you guys. But I really love to just channel and open up to what spirit brings in. So let me know how you guys like these types of messages as well. I love the tarot. Don't get me wrong. I love oracle cards and blending that into the readings as well. But again, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you would like to see on this channel. And I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. I see you all. I see those of you that have been with me since the beginning. I see those of you that are jumping on board and all of you in between, all of you repeat clients out there, and all of you who have commented. I mean, some of you have even commented hundreds of times, and I just love you guys. This community is far more incredible than anything I could have ever imagined, and it wouldn't be possible without you. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this community. Lots of love.